What's going on? Episode 19 of the I'm Just Saying show with Justin Werley. Wow. So a 3-part podcast was the last show with my buddy Derek Kirshner, and we got into a drunken stupor speaking about childhood stories and our anxieties as we grew older, embarrassing moments in our lives. Derek didn't know what an attribute was. That was good. Christmas is coming up. So if you listen to the show, we all learned that an ice scraper is not a good gift, and that I can become a douchebag when I drink. And I don't know. I think a lot of the awkward experiences that we have as younger people really shape who we become later in life. But I hope you enjoyed that podcast. It was a very revealing podcast. Say podcast again. Yeah, it was a lot of fun to do. So, how has everybody been? Has everybody been good? Getting on with their lives, listening to 4.5 minutes of my show a week. But no, it's glad to be back. I'm glad to be back. Doing a new show, doing something completely new. This is sucking already. This is what happens when you don't prepare, everybody. You don't prepare for a show. So what happened to me in the last 3 weeks? Jesus Christ, what the hell happened? Well, this past Wednesday in the state of Pennsylvania, no, Thursday, it was Thursday, we had about 5 to 6 inches of snow here, and the Pennsylvania road crews here, PennDOT, didn't do a goddamn thing. They weren't even out doing anything. There was nothing done around here to even prepare for it. Everything laid on the roads because they didn't brine, they didn't salt, and they didn't plow, at all. From where I work, it takes me approximately, maybe 30 to 40 minutes to get from my house to work and back. It took me 2 hours to get home from work on Thursday because these jackasses from PennDOT didn't do a fucking thing to the roads. And then they got on TV and was saying, we really treated the roads well. We did a good job. Did ya? It took me 2 fucking hours to get home. And there's, when you have to go to work the next day, snow sucks. Because, what I like to do when it snows is just curl up with a good book. Maybe one of those Fabio Johns. But no, what I like to do is I like to get a case of beer. I like to get the smoker going, put some sweatpants on, a hoodie, and just fucking enjoy the day. But when you got to go to work the next day, you can't do that. So I didn't even get to enjoy the snow. I didn't get to drink like I wanted to drink. By the way, I'll get to this later. But so I get home. I do all the shoveling. Amelia shoveled, I think, first before me, so I didn't have as much to do. And then I shoveled the parking spots out and everything like that, and it was nice. It was nice. I got all the snow. We live in a development. We have a homeowners association, an HOA, if you will, and you're supposed to shovel your parking spaces out into the common area of the parking area. So I did this, as well as 90% of the people in my development. We shoveled it all out from the parking spaces into the middle area so that when the plows come, they don't have to worry about, getting close to the vehicles because we've pushed the excess snow into the middle. They can easily get to it and remove it. Well, they didn't do that. They made paths right down the middle, left all the big chunks of snow that we all shoveled out, just sit behind cars. I don't know what it is with people on shitty snow fucking removal, but we're definitely getting a lot of that around here in Pennsylvania. Let me take these headphones off. That's what's screwing me up right now. That's what's hurting the quality of this show. Tell you that right now. So then, anyway, I do that thing where you leave the wipers up. You stick them straight up in the air so that the remaining snow that falls the rest of the day on the cars doesn't seal your wiper in there when you go to clean off your windshield in the morning. So I do that. Wake up the next morning, and I go out there, and I'm cleaning off the car, doing the nice thing. I clean off her car because, I'm a great guy like that. You got that going for me, And I go to clean off my windshield then, and I get it all done. I go to I'm on the driver's side now. I put that wiper down by hand. I put it down nice and gently on the windshield. And because I'm lazy, I try to just nudge the passenger side wiper down with my ice scraper. I nudged it down and the wiper flipped backwards and slammed against the car. So I go, of course I go, fuck! But, that's happened before. That's not a big deal. You go over, you turn the wiper the right way, you're good to go. Well, I go over to that side of the car, I turn the wiper the right way, that fucking breaks right off in my hand. Thank God it was the passenger side wiper, because now I'm driving to work. I ended up putting that wiper back up, so it's sticking straight out in front of me. So now I have my driver's side wiper wiping normal, and as I'm driving, the other one's it looks like a deer hoof. A hoof. Oh, we hit a deer on the way home, and we heard it. We heard its what? We heard its paw. Its paw. Hoof. Hoof. Yeah, we heard its hoof. I'll bring it back, Mom. Bring it back. It's the fucking guy. It looks just like him without the mustache. Anyway, good fellas. So I drove to work that way in the morning, and then after work I went to AutoZone, and I got 2 new wipers because they were shitty wipers anyway. I needed to replace them, and in the process of this, I bought the new wipers. I go out to the car, go to put them on, can't get them on. Can't get the new wiper on. I'm ripping the fuck out of it too. It's just a J-hook, and it's supposed to snap and click right in there. Well, of course I have a problem with this. So I go back in to the guy, and I go, hey, am I doing this wrong? I mean, it's just supposed to click in, right? So he comes out, and he's, I still have it on the J-hook. It's not off. And he's trying to ram it on there too, and he's like, oh man, maybe we just got a defective one here. I'll go back in and get a new one. So he takes the old wiper off, sets it on my hood. Well, not the old one, the new old one. Anyway, the one I just bought. And then he goes in and he gets a new box of wipers, sets them down. He goes, I'm going to give this one more try. And then if we can't get it on, I'll see if I can't get this one on. Takes it, snaps it right in. No problem. And he rolled his eyes and goes, I fucking hate this job. And he walks back in. But he snapped it right in, no problem. So I'm like, okay, I don't know what happened, but he was struggling with it just like I was struggling with it. And then he must have just hit it just right, and it went right in. So I'm thinking, okay, I have my driver's side wiper on already. I'll put the new driver's side one on when I get, tomorrow or something. Because by the time I got home, daylight savings time around here, it's already dark. So I worked overtime on Saturday. So I go... And before work, I go to get gas, and I'm under the little station there, and there's enough light, so I get out and go, okay, now while my gas tank's filling up, I'm going to change my driver's side wiper. So I go and I remove my old wiper, and I go to put the new one on. Same fucking problem. Can't get it on. Cannot get it on to save my life. So I get pissed. I'm fucking when I'm fucking trying to put this on. So I say fuck it. I put the old one back on. That of course clicks into place perfectly, and I drive to work. So I go out on my break at work, and I get one of the maintenance guys who's on his break to go out there with me to help me put this wiper on. Well, he's struggling as well. So, and this doesn't say much for the gentleman I'm talking about, because I'm not that mechanically inclined. So what happened was, I went over to the new wiper on the passenger side and just looked at it a little closer. And I realized I was putting the wiper on backwards the whole damn time. Both times. And looking back, I realized the reason the guy at AutoZone couldn't get it on is because he never took it off the way I had it, which was backwards. Till he took it off, put it back on, then it clicked in perfectly. I was doing it backwards the entire goddamn time. And, with my knowledge, he didn't turn the wiper around at AutoZone. He put it on the exact same way that I'd been trying to put it on. I didn't actually look at it till yesterday afternoon. So what happened was, it looks like it should click in the way I had it. It looks like there should be a little nipple there. Heedle. The little nipple there should go through the hole in the J-hook. That's how my old one worked. Well, this one works where there's two tiny little flanges that snap above the J-hook. They come above the J-hook where the J-hook curves. Say J-hook again. Hey, J-hook! That's when my buddy Jay is a hooker. Anyway, horrible joke. And it snaps around the top of the J-hook there. So I spent all kinds of time, one, boring you with that story, and two, trying to get my goddamn wiper on. So yeah, that was my issue there. Also, an event going on in the Warlord's daily life. I'm going on round two of no drinking Monday through Friday. It's a health issue when you drink like I've been drinking on a daily basis. I did good for a little while there, where I got some health results back, saying, hey, asshole, you're drinking a little too much, and you're probably not eating great, and your shit's all fucked up. So I did make a change for like 3 weeks, lost a lot of weight, cut back, on drinking Monday through Friday, and then it's easy to fall back down that rabbit hole where you have a shitty, stressful day, or you make excuses. I think is what it really is. You're making excuses. You go, oh, I'm fucking stressed out, I'm gonna have a beer. You don't need to have that beer when you're stressed out. I know this. I can rationally tell myself that I'm making excuses to drink. And then once you have a few beers, you take the edge off the day, you're relaxed, and it's like, all right. So that begins the cycle. So you're drinking again then every day because, I had a windshield wiper that fell off. I'm stressed out now. I should have a beer. Or, I did all this today. I accomplished all this. Let me have a drink. Doesn't sound that big of a deal till you're doing it every fucking day and you're drinking 8 to 10 beers a day. So, and also it doesn't help when you fall asleep at a Bert Kreischer show, after drinking way too much. I blame some of it on lack of sleep, but I absolutely probably drank too much that day. And my lovely fiance bought the tickets. So when you buy tickets for someone and you go to a comedy show and you fall asleep during the main act, yeah, they might not think you care. So that could be a problem. So that was a Saturday anyway, though. Don't know that it would have changed, but the drinking during the week needs to stop. So I'm doing the best I can. Enjoying my sobriety, Mr. Garrison. Yeah, I'm enjoying my sobriety, Mr. Garrison. You ain't a real man, Mr. Garrison, because you ain't been fucked in the ass. JFK. Very good movie. You need to watch that. But, so I'm doing that. So I drank Monday of last week. Why did I do that? Because I had off, and I could. So I drank Monday, and obviously, Thanksgiving and holidays and shit like that are exempt, I make special rules. So, so the goal is, the ideal goal for the majority of the time, I understand, like I just said, special occasions, occurrences, no drinking during the week. And I'm also, which I did 4 days this week. I didn't drink Tuesday through Friday. Friday night, that's right, Justin Werley didn't drink beer or have a mixed drink or anything. Very responsible. Now, the next step of this is I got to join a gym. Sunday is not a day of the week, by the way. Not a weekday. So, cheers. I got to join a gym. That's the second step to this. Talking to the therapist, and he said, well, why do you feel the need to drink every day? And I go, because I'm fucking bored. Like, I come home, and I do shit, and I get all the shit around the house that I want to get done. And then I just take the edge off the day, have a couple beers. And, you know, with the health stuff and everything like that going on, he's like, well, okay, let me backtrack a little bit. One of the main problems that I had when I stopped drinking the last time during the week, my energy level was fucking low as shit. Bottomed out. Completely bottomed out. I wake up, I would sleep all through the night, and that was fine. But just by like 9 o'clock in the morning at work, I'd just be dead. And I chalked it up to the caloric intake of the alcohol. Probably a lot of calories. My body's able to burn them off or whatever, use them for energy. And that's why I didn't get tired when I would drink. Even though I'm not drinking during the day when I'm at work, my body still has all those calories in me to burn through. Without the beer, I don't think I'm definitely not taking in as much calories. But I kind of chalked it up to that. And he chalked it up to... And I don't want on some forums and stuff like that, and a lot of people that like drastically cut back on their alcohol or quit drinking go through that. They go through that period where they don't even want to get out of bed. Now, I wasn't that bad, but I was like, I would go to bed at like 6 o'clock at night. I'd be just upstairs laying in bed because I'm just dead. No motivation to do anything. So the second part of this is joining the gym. The therapist said that would be a good idea. And then health-wise, I mean... you know, I should be getting this tub of shit back together. So that's the goal for next week. It's going to be a little difficult as I make an excuse here, but it's going to be a little difficult because wrestling season's starting and I'm coaching again this year. And there's only 3 days next week. The schools are only open 3 days, so I kind of committed to 2 to 3 days a week. So maybe it'll be after Thanksgiving when I start this, but my goal, I was hoping to do it Monday, but looking at it now, probably not going to work. But yeah, that's the new goal. That's the new goal here. No drinking during the week and gym time. And Amelia's response when I told her I wanted to go to the gym. Who are you fucking? Who are you trying to fuck? Oh, you paid him. I used to pay for your gym membership and you didn't even go. Now you're gonna go? And I'm like, get the warlord back in shape here. You know, like you wouldn't enjoy it if I lost a good 5, 10, 20 pounds. I think you'd like it. Get the arms back. Get the bicep curls to get the girls. A little bit of I don't know, something else. A little bit of chest. my dad always used to say, oh, I used to have such a big chest. I could pinch pencils with my chest. I could pinch pencils. Like that's some kind of trait that, you know, hey, I don't know, you have this CEO job of this major company, but I can pinch pencils with my chest. I'm probably going to get the girl, right? Anyway, yeah, my dad does that, and that's a big bragging point for my dad. But yeah, my entire family, well, not my entire, my dad, my brother, my uncles, some of my uncles, are up at bear camp, going bear hunting, and they invited me to go, and we were supposed to be away this weekend in Pittsburgh, taking our save the date photos for our wedding, our wedding, and that didn't work because we can't get the venue we wanted. We have some comedic photos we want to take, and we just couldn't get it together. So I'm home for the weekend. But I wouldn't have wanted to go to bear camp, because if you go running through the woods looking for a fucking bear, you're an idiot. I think it's the stupidest thing you could possibly do. And I've been very, very open about that to my brother, my dad, and my uncle. I've been very open about that. They say, oh, they're more afraid of you than you are them. They run away from you when you're trying to drive them out. And I'm like, yeah, till they don't. And then there ain't shit you can do. You got a gun. Yeah, dude, by the time they're on you, you ain't fucking turning, especially like a long rifle, you're not turning that and aiming that right. If you have a handgun, maybe. But holy shit, if a bear gets a hold of you and rips your fucking skull off, I'd be the guy laying there in the woods chewing, with the fucking bear chewing on my head going, oh, he's more afraid of me than I am of him. Yeah, right. Fuck you, Yogi. I ain't fucking going to the woods looking for bear. I understand maybe waiting around in a tree stand, but even then, even then you see those videos online of like a hunter sitting up in a tree stand and a bear climbs up like right next to him. No thank you. So that's kind of the update on what's going on in my life. That's kind of the update in what's going on. Oh, today. Let me back up a little get back here. Last weekend I wanted to do turkey legs in the smoker. I royally fucked them up. I brined them for 48 hours. I know what you're gonna say. But Justin, that's way too long to brine something. It says only 24. I know, but I thought more is better. Not the case here. Also, I didn't measure out the salt or the sugar. Turns out that's important. I see here you said you measured the salt and the sugar and the lie detector determined that was a lie. Yeah, I didn't do that. And they turned out salty as fuck. Salty as fuck. So, I'm going again today I've been brining them only 24 hours and I followed a brine recipe, so hopefully, if you need to add salt, we can add salt. But hopefully we don't need to add anything, and they're fucking amazing. So I'm going to give that a second chance today before the Eagles games. I also got some baby back ribs that I got to throw in too. So it'll be a day of smoking in the smoker. It'll be a day of enjoying the last day of drinking, and then on to next week, enjoying my sobriety. And that's all I got for you. Short podcast today. I figured I'd give everybody a little break, a little breather, if you will. Well, maybe we'll do some news. I know, Amelia, you're probably thinking, God damn it, I thought I listened to it. He asked me what I think of every episode, so I have to listen to it. And I really don't like it, but I do it because I want to be supportive. No, she's great about it. Let's see what's going on here. Any news stories that I give a shit about? Let's go on Fox News. Mayor who clashed with Trump over ICE protest is heard saying he can't wait to leave job. Nobody cares. White county official insults black woman, says he is part of a master race. That probably didn't go over well. Just throwing it out there. Obviously, there's a problem with white racism in this fucking country if one guy said something racist that is white. Anyway, cops move in as Patriot Prayer group again faces counter-protesters. I don't know what they are. School bans designer jackets to stop poorer students from feeling bullied. Fucking bullshit! I don't like schools with uniforms. Okay, let me change this. If you're going to go that far by banning a coat, a jacket, just have uniforms. Put the fucking extra money and buy uniforms, because then it doesn't matter what your family earns. The school provided uniforms. Everybody looks the same. Let's do that. And then hand them out trophies for coming in that day. And maybe blow the boys and whatever women like sexually, because obviously I haven't figured that out yet. You should, why can't we be different? Why can't we be different to where, hey, that guy has all the, maybe that motivates some of these kids that come from families that don't have money. Man, I had to come to school every day, and that guy had some really cool clothes, or that girl had a really cool jacket on, and my parents couldn't afford it, and I wasn't working because I'm in school, but I want to strive to fucking show that person, or to be not be better, but to have better material things in my life. I'm going to work really hard to achieve that, And, once I have all that, I'll feel happy because material things are what bring happiness. I think we've all learned that. Anyway, I just think it's stupid. This whole bullying thing is fucking retarded. House wins, yeah, blah. Harvard has touchdown called back against Yale after running back's obscene gesture. Turns out he whipped out his balls and put them in one of the white cheerleaders' mouth and went, "Oh, snow bunny." Mike talks. Tommy says, "Damn, I don't care." Oh, all right. Well, there's not a ton of good shit to talk about on here. Violence strikes the Netherlands over blackface holiday figure Black Pete. Black Pete. What is Black Pete? Let's find out what Black Pete is. Black Pete. Black Pete. Well, there looks like a woman in blackface. Are there black people in the Netherlands? Isn't that like a mostly white country? Is that a country? Anyway, confrontations broke out. Oh, fucking ads. I don't even know how to get out of this ad. Oh, here's the X. All right. Violence. Yes, I told you that already. Confrontations broke out or were narrowly averted on Saturday. So did they break out? Or did some people go, "Hey, I'm about to do this," and then didn't do anything? Like, what happened? Scattered across the Netherlands as supporters and critics clashed over a divisive helper of Santa Claus's Dutch cousin. The sidekick's name? Black Pete. To invoke the controversial figure, white people often daub their faces with black paint. Opponents say, blackface is stupid, let's be honest, but blackface in its true form is very fucking racist. There's certain things with blackface that are not racist. Anyway, Black Pete promotes racist stereotypes. Supporters defend the assistant to Sinterklaas, the white-bearded, red-daubed Dutch iteration of jolly old Saint Nick, as a traditional children's character not intended to cause harm. According to the Associated Press, while nationally televised Sinterklaas parade held north of Amsterdam proceeded peacefully, there were clashes at smaller parades across the country. For instance, police in Rotterdam tweeted that they made 3 arrests as supporters of Black Pete clashed with anti-Pete protesters. In a similar vein, in the northern city, I don't care where the city is, Dutch media. So anyway, Black Pete, I don't know this history of Black Pete, but I don't know. People get too fucking outraged. Look, if you're doing minstrel shows where, you got a guy in blackface and I saw a video where the white actors were going, "Hey, listen, nigger boy, you don't do this and you don't do that. You're such a stupid nigger." Like that was pretty fucked up. But if you're playing a character that is black and you're white and you want to play that character, why is that bad? I don't understand. Maybe it's my white privilege coming through. I don't know. Anyhow, that's the show for today. I have a bunch of old voicemails that I used to leave on Troy, who was on this show, on his voicemail. I used to do voice records and leave them. Tons of them that I found on my voice memo spot on my phone. So I'm going to end the shows with one of those, and I hope you enjoy them. I also worked on a song parody yesterday that I think you'll all enjoy. When I get that up on YouTube, I will let you know. Have a great weekend. You won't hear the show until the next show will be next Sunday, but it'll be Thanksgiving before that, so have a great Thanksgiving. Enjoy the holidays. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Gab, Instagram. There's something else. I'm missing something else. Spotify, Stitcher, and Podbean, if you will. And, all right. Happy Thanksgiving, fuckers. All right, shit, I forgot to tell you. I should probably do a lead up to this. The song parody that you're going to hear is Eddie Vedder singing... shit, I can't move that track either. All right, I got to hurry up. I'm getting to the track. Eddie Vedder singing... what is that fucking song? Oh, where can my baby be? Whatever the fuck that song is. Last Kiss. But when that kid got eaten by an alligator in Disneyland a couple years ago, that's the theme of the song. Later.
Oh, where can my baby be? An alligator took him away from me. I didn't read the signs on the beach, so a gator got him by his feet. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, a gator got him by his toe. I always wondered where we go, heaven or hell, I guess soon he'll know. He sounded like, ow, ow, it's a fucking gator, ow. It's fucking biting me. Let's all vote for gator conservation, yeah?
I'm just saying, don't get upset. Let's get to the bottom of it. I'm just saying, don't you take it personally. I'm just saying, don't get upset. Let's